Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 4 of the Talking Cheese. What is today? It is August 9th, 2026. It's currently 8:11 in the morning. Still, to me, it is the 8th Saturday. It's Sunday now, but, I'm night shift, so it's not Sunday till I go to bed and wake up, but whatever. Today's little, episode. I don't really know what to call these. I guess episodes. I like episodes. Today's episode, it's called The Rule of Three. And I don't know, this dude's video just kind of like popped up. And I should have looked it up. Rule of Three backlog thing. Yes, beat your backlog, the now playing Rule of Three method. All right, hang on. I don't want
Currently,
Okay. You might have heard a little echo. I'm going to leave it in there. But it's by a dude, 8-bit joystick on YouTube. He has 20,000 subscribers. And basically, he goes through a method of, his is all physical. And basically, he puts 3 things of different types of media like in this bin, and he keeps it kind of like near his TV, I guess. I forget. I watched the video a couple weeks back. It's been maybe a month now. Maybe a month and a half. I forget. But I thought it was a good idea. It's just you pick 3 different things. His was like, I think, video games. I think maybe anime and movies. Books, I think. And I don't know. I just think it's a good idea. I have like so much shit I want to play and like watch and listen to and now read. So I was like, you know what? Just pick three of each, and just go through it when I'm bored and when I want to do something. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do because I don't know what to do. So I'm just gonna. If I want to watch a movie, I don't know what movie to watch. All right, well, here are my 3. I want to listen to music, but I'm just kind of like browsing, like picking random songs, or like I don't even really have playlists. Actually, I just kind of just skip around artists and albums sometimes. But usually I like to, listen album front to back and whatever, read, we just gain anything, the feeling of like, I want to do something, but I don't know what to do. Nothing sounds appealing. The list is like a pre-made kind of thing. I try to do it before on Steam with video games anyway, and I would put like 5 in there, and it never panned out. So I think 3 is enough variety of choice, but also limiting where you're not overwhelmed by like an infinite amount of choices. You got 3 choices, you know. Now I guess the problem could be like, okay, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna play video games, watch my 3 or not 3 my different forms of media are video games, TV shows, and that can include like anime as well, or cartoons, or just drama, any TV shows, movies, music, and books. And those are like my 5 main areas, I guess, of like, it feels like, I don't know what else is there. I'm sure there's more. I guess board games and stuff, right? I don't really play board games, don't really have friends, sad face, like that. I have friends, I just don't, IRL, we're all working and stuff and our days off, just chill and things like that. And it's just hard, to meet up. And, they got kids and stuff, and, it's just difficult, and it's all good. But, so board games aren't really my thing. I would love to get into board games, but I just haven't found a group. And then even the group I kind of hang out with online, I, am not hanging around them as much, just because my free time is kind of like being alone, I guess, right now, just doing my own thing. But with that being said, just wanted to run through the 3 things for each one I picked. I'll start with video games. Right now, it's Ratchet and Clank Future Quest for Booty, Killzone 2, and The Simpsons Hit and Run. Ratchet and Clank Quest for Booty. I really didn't like this game. I remembered when it first came out. I forget when. I don't know if it came out 1 year after Tools of Destruction, or 2 years. I forget. But it's very short. And that's pretty much all I remember about it. And that's not I feel like a great thing. Like I think I had fun, but I can't tell you like anything about it. Like I don't remember the weapons, I don't remember the enemies. I think it involved a little bit of like the characters from Tools of Destruction. Like I think that girl is in Quest for Booty, and then she isn't in Crack in Time. It's kind of weird. I think the pirate dude is in there. Rusty Pete, I think, is his name. And yeah, it's just like it just feels like filler, not filler, but like I guess it could be filler. I don't remember how it even links to a Crack in Time, because I feel like you could almost just go Tools of Destruction straight into a Crack in Time. But I'm gonna play it anyway, just because I played it literally once back when it came out, and that was it. Excuse me. Killzone 2 is a game, a shooter on, I've always wanted to play, but I never bought it. On PS3, I got a PS3, I think like the Christmas of '07, and I think by like '09 I switched to 360 because my friends in middle school were on Xbox 360 and I wanted to play with them. And I wasn't on PS3 very long, but I still kept it, but I just never didn't really buy games for it that much. Resistance 2 was kind of like my shooter on there. There were some other ones. I played Warhawk, but that was more third person. But Resistance 2 was my like co-op multiplayer shooter, and then Call of Duty 4 and World at War, of course. So I never just got Killzone 2. Obviously, I didn't have money. My parents would have to buy it, and I didn't want to ask them to buy it for me when I was on 360. So I just never got around to it. I'm playing that now. I actually played it today, and it's fun, and it looks amazing, and it's kind of hard, but I'm playing on hard difficulty. I forget the names. There's like easy, normal, hard, and then like elite, like very hard. And I'm playing on hard. Very hard is locked, and I wouldn't even do very hard. I'm getting my ass kicked a little bit. I don't mind dying a lot, but my thing with console is I just suck at aiming, and the auto aim fights me a lot, I feel like. And yeah, so it's just making it a lot more difficult, and I almost am thinking about going back to normal, but I'm like feel like I might as well just stick it out and I'll see. But yeah, and then my third game, The Simpsons Hit and Run for PS2. I want to play this game because I've always known about it. My first introduction to it was like I can't remember if it was middle school. I want to say it had to be elementary. And my sister lived in Fresno, California at the time, and that was a ways away from where I was living. And I went and visited her for like, I don't know if it was like a week or a weekend, and my nephews were there. My nephews are my age, and we had a great time, played video games and stuff, and they were kind of like, friendly. I wouldn't say necessarily friends, but like friendly with the neighbor kid. And it was like a dude and a girl. I think the kid was a little bit younger than us, or if not our age. And then I think his sister was definitely younger than us. But they had The Simpsons Hit and Run, and I saw them play it, and I thought it looked neat. It reminded me like GTA, and I just never got it. And I don't even think I played it. I think I just watched some like them, or maybe my nephews played it. I don't remember. I don't know why I didn't play. I don't know if we just left and did something else or whatever. But that was the first time I've ever seen Simpsons Hit and Run, and then I kind of just forgot about it, but knew about it. And Summoning Salt did his speed run video essay thing on The Simpsons Hit and Run, and I absolutely love that video. I think I've watched it like a million times. Not a million, it's an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. It's just a great video to watch when I'm going to bed or whatever, and just, I don't know. I love that one. And the other thing was Jerma played it, and I ended up watching his VOD a little bit, and I was like, God, I really want to play this game. And I've been meaning to buy it, and I did a couple weeks ago, and I haven't played it. I wanted to finish a few things on PS3, and then I also wanted to set up my RetroTink 5X thing with the PS2 and make sure it's right, because I got a new monitor, and I want to make sure it looks good for me. I did a little test run with Ratchet and Clank going commando with the recording to make sure it looks okay on the recording. and it does, but we'll see how the streaming goes on Twitch. But yeah, so those are my three for video games. And moving on to the TV shows, first on the list is Dexter New Blood, and the reason that's on the list is because I've never seen it, and me and Toasty just finished, the original series. God, I don't even know how long it's been. Maybe a month ago now. I don't remember, but maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I don't know, but I watched the first episode. I haven't seen any more, and I almost want to rewatch it. And I might try to get Toasty into it, because when Toasty's into a show with me, like, I'll fucking sit down and watch it. But like when I'm watching it alone, TV shows are probably like the worst I'm at on this list, to be honest. But yeah, I'm definitely interested to see how Dexter New Blood goes, because I like the first episode quite a bit, like a lot. So I definitely want to finish that. Next on the list is SpongeBob SquarePants Season 1. And I just love SpongeBob. I've seen the first season like a million times, and I want to do it. I want to go through SpongeBob, and I think go through every season, and that just sounds like hell. But God, Season 1 is obviously just, it might be my favorite. I don't know, obviously I'm an old head, and I don't know if the new people, I don't mean to say new people, but like people who grew up with like the newer SpongeBob post for the movie or whatever, they kind of get tired of, like, I think the people who say season 1 through 3 is the best, and I'm one of those people. I just think it's the best. And I don't care if you like newer SpongeBob, but I just don't like a lot of episodes that I started seeing like later on. But it is what it is. And yeah, I want to start SpongeBob again, and I also kind of wanted to do a review of some of the seasons. I don't know if every single season, maybe, we'll see. But yeah, just the talking cheese, why not? Just talk about it, just gush about SpongeBob Season 1, why not? So there's that one. Third TV show is MASH Season 1. MASH is probably my favorite sitcom of all time. I grew up watching that with my mom and my dad, and I just love it. I just love the comedy. Very old, it's just one of my favorites. Like, it's one of my comfort shows, and it's very funny and very serious and very sad, and it's just everything. It is, and I think that's very unique for a sitcom. And I like war movies and shows, so that being like an addition with like a sitcom that I feel like tackles almost every genre, like, is incredible. And yeah, I don't know, just MASH Season 1 is on the list, and I want to go through the whole series again. I've done it a couple times. I think I've done it like maybe 3 or 4 times, and I want to do it again. And again, talking cheese thing, I would love to go through a video. Do a video for each season. And yeah, and those are my TV shows. My 3 movies are Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's been out for I think 2 weeks now. I haven't gone and seen it. I would like to go see it. We'll see. It's kind of hard right now with me and Toasty, because we kind of get one day a week where we truly get to hang out, and he's really tired because it's his like Friday from work. And then yeah, but Spider-Man Brand New Day, want to see it. I want to see it in theaters, so I'm keeping it on the list. Just hard to find time. And yeah, second movie is Rosemary's Baby. I don't know anything about this movie other than I love the movie poster, and it's very, very highly rated on what is it called? I was going to say Backlogged, but that's video games. Letterboxd. Very, highly rated on Letterboxd. I forget what year it came out, but I'm definitely interested, and I want to see it. Third movie is, I don't know what this movie is. I have a coworker, and we will each give each other a movie every week, and we make it a point to watch each other's movie, and we just kind of talk about it a little bit if we have time. And it's been fun. He's shown me some interesting stuff, and I liked a lot of what he shows me. And yeah, I can't. I know. I think he likes some stuff I've sent him. I know I kind of give him some shit like I know he didn't really care for, but it's all right. But I loved it, and I still love it. But whatever my coworker's movie is, and that's gonna be for next week. I don't even know what it is. He's the one who actually gave me Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049, which I don't know if I'm gonna do a talking cheese for Blade Runner 2049. So just in case, if, for anyone who was curious, looking at the Blade Runner review and then wondering what my thoughts are on 2049, I would give it an 8 out of 10, and I don't want to get into it right now and give it a quick review. I don't want to do that, but I will say I like it way more than Blade Runner, the original. So I'll leave it at that. Moving on to music. Music, the way I have it set up, isn't so much an album or project, but a whole like artist, and kind of just whether I decide to do like every single album or EP slash, whatever, mixtape, compilate, whatever, just basically I'm in that bitch till I can do everything that the artist has released, project wise, or until I decide I've had enough, depending on how many projects they have. But with that, my 3 artists are Nina Geraci, Toasty. I knew of this artist actually from Anthony Fantano, The Needle Drop. I saw his review. I didn't watch the review, but I saw like the thumbnail of his review to I want to say it's her album called I Love My Computer. I don't know if that's the name, but I saw that thumbnail and I thought that's a crazy cover. She's just in her room and it's in a mess, and I kind of made a mental note in that I wanted to listen to it. Never did. Toasty actually started listening to them, and it wasn't that album that he listened to. I mean, he's heard it now, but that wasn't the one that he was listening to in the car. It was I believe it was called Girl EDM, and I just fucking I didn't love it at first, but it was oh, what's this, I kind of like this, and then I just took the time, sat down and listened to it, and I was like, holy shit, I fucking love this album. Girl EDM Disc 1 or some shit, whatever it's named, and I love that album. And I've heard I Love My Computer. I don't know if I've heard every single song, but Toasty plays it in the car, so I know I've heard some songs, and I want to go listen to it. I don't like it as much, at least just the casual listening, as I've casually listened to it, whatever, in the car with Toasty. But yeah, anything she has out, I want to go and listen to it. I did hear the single with her and Porter Robinson, and I love that song. But yeah, so Nina Geraci. Number 2 is Gojira. Gojira is a death metal death metal band, sorry. I was gonna talk about their an album of theirs. I listened to it, I don't know when, it's been a few years now. I don't know if it's been over 5 years, but I want to say around 5 years. I listened to From Mars to, hope it's pronounced this way, From Mars to Sirius, or Sirius, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I fucking loved that album instantly. The first time I heard it, I was like, holy shit, I think this is one of my favorite albums of all time. And because of that, I didn't listen to any of their other albums because I was so scared of just I had to sit on From Mars to Sirius for a bit and let it die down and let it cool off before I went and listened to anything else they did. And then years go by and then I kind of forget, and it's in the back of my mind, but I don't do it, right? I don't go listen to their other albums. But what actually got me into it again was my coworker that we do the movie switch. He's a fan of Gojira, and he just fucking loves all their albums. And we were kind of talking about them, and I told him about how I only know From Mars, so we were kind of gushing about that album, and he's like, dude, you gotta listen to more. And I was like, you know what, I will. And I've actually heard the one that came after now. What was it called? The Way of All Flesh. I like that album a lot. I don't like it as much from Mars to Sirius. I don't think I'm gonna like any other albums as much as that album, maybe, but still good. I liked it a bit. I haven't, and then I stopped actually. Again, and I didn't want it to be years again where I didn't listen to another Gojira album, and it wasn't because I thought The Way of All Flesh was super amazing, like from Mars, but it was just a, you know, get distracted by other things kind of thing. So I threw Gojira back on the list because uh, I want to finish all their. I gotta listen to every album. I have to at this point. So they're on the list. Excuse me. Artist 3, Nas, Nasty Nas in your area. Uh, Kind of similar situation with Gojira. I heard Illmatic years ago, not like when it came out. I was born like around, like I was born mid 90s, so you know, I didn't grow up with this album at all. I listened to it, I kind of did, I guess. I listened to it in high school, and it's kind of similar to Gojira, where I absolutely loved Illmatic, and I was scared to listen to anything else, so I didn't. Like, I heard other songs from, like, Stillmatic. What other album? I can't think of his other album names right now. I was gonna say I Am, but I think that's the third one. What are his first, like, 4 albums? I know it's Illmatic. I forget. And then there's like a I Am and Nostradamus, and I can't remember what the 4th one was. But anyway, you know, I just heard some songs off, like, here and there from, like, different albums. The one he did with Damian Marley, and a few songs from there. And then I try to actually get into him again with that Kanye album, the produced Kanye album. Uh, I think it's just his name, Nasir. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry, Nas. Love you. But yeah, I forget but it's like the Short 7 album one, and I listened to that, and I was just kind of forgetful for me, and I didn't really remember. Then I didn't listen to any of his newer albums, like Magic. I think, was it Magic? I think that there's 2 different groups of albums. There's like King's Disease, and I want to say it's Magic, but I can't remember for sure now. But anyway, I've been going through Nas albums, and I've actually listened from Illmatic to Stillmatic, I believe. And I think I'm on, like, the Lost Tapes right now. But I kind of took a little break because it's been a lot of Nas, and yeah. I can't believe I forgot, like, those first 4 albums. I want to look it up because I really want to know now, and I feel kind of dumb that I forgot. So let me look up Nas. First album, Illmatic. It was written. That's what it was called. God damn it. Illmatic, It Was Written, I Am, and then Nostradamus. Those are the first 4. And then Stillmatic is 5. So I've listened to the first 5 albums now from Nas. I'm on the Lost Tapes. Gotta go back. Godson was the other album that I've heard some singles from. And then maybe Hip Hop Is Dead. I don't think I've ever heard anything from Untitled or Life Is Good. And Nasir is the one I listened to. That it's his name. And it is Magic. See, I remember. So good. Anyway, Nas is the 3rd artist on my rule of 3. Moving on to books. I got into reading last year. My job kind of has a lot of downtime. Occasionally, it's picked up a lot more, and I haven't read as much as I'd like. And I know I should be probably reading in my free time more. I don't, but whenever I find time at work, there's downtime. I'll throw up my Kindle reader, and I'll, like, a little window, and I'll be there reading. And these are the 3 books on the backlog. Number 1. And these aren't numbered in, like, an important order, by the way. I just want to point that out. It was just kind of the when I thought of them when picking them, I guess. It's not like this is like priority 1, you know what I mean? But anyway, number 1 is Dungeon Crawler Carl, Parade of Horribles. It's the most recent book. It came out a few months ago. I got into Dungeon Crawler Carl at the beginning of the year, and I've gone through all the books. And thankfully, there was one that came out like right when I like was ready for it. Um, I'm about, I think there's like 98 chapters or something. I forget, and I want to say I'm like 80 or 70, late 70, early 80 chapter area. I'm very close to being done. Um, they are like in the last race, in the last heat. Um, I'm enjoying it. It's not as good to me as the last book with the faction wars, but it is still enjoyable, and I'm enjoying like what is happening as much as you can enjoy a bunch of depressing shit. I know there's comedy, but like this is like a seriously like Dungeon Crawler Carl is so depressing to me, and I'll probably get into it because I want to do a Talking Cheese review for this book, but I don't want to say too much and do that here. But Dungeon Crawler Carl and Parade of Horribles is on the rule of three for my books. Next is Clown in a Cornfield. I fell in love with it. I haven't read anything. I haven't started it at all, but I fell in love with this book simply from the title. When I was looking up, like, I forget what I typed up. Can't talk. Sorry. Excuse me. I looked up specifically like horror type slasher books or something like that, and there were a number of things that popped up. Clown in a Cornfield was the one that stood out. I was like, and I don't know if it's because I love killer clowns from outer space, but Clown in a Cornfield, I guess, kind of tickled that little area in my brain. Was like, hey, you're going to read me. And I was like, I'm going to fucking read that book. So Clown in a Cornfield, I haven't started it. Books, I think, are my unique one where I am reading. I am not jumping all over. Like video games, I can play more games than one, like at a time. Not like literally at that one time, but you know, like I can like jump around. Shows, I don't mind jumping around. I mean, a movie's a fucking movie. Music, I like jumping between artists and albums. It keeps it fresh. At books, I gotta like lock it down on one book at a time, and right now it's Dungeon Crawler Carl. So up next might be Clown in a Cornfield, or this next book, and the third book is Lord of the Flies. I don't know how this popped up into my head again, but this book has been engraved in my brain since, let me make sure I get it right, but a Castlevania game, Harmony of Despair, there is, I think, a level called Lord of Flies. Yes, there is. And once I read that level name from that game, or the boss, I don't even know. Oh no, it's not the boss. It's the name of the level. Stage 9. It's the DLC. I was like, dude, that's such a sick ass name, Lord of Flies. And I think when I was in high school, actually I was in middle school when I was playing this shit. But when I was in middle school playing with my friends, I think it was high school too. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, when I was playing this game, I looked up Lord of Flies and what like the meaning behind it was, because I didn't really understand. And then excuse me, and then I found out it was a book, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna read that book one day. And I just never did. And then I forget where it popped up recently, and it wasn't the show, because I just recently found out they made like a show from the book, and I'm probably never gonna watch the show, I'm gonna be honest with you, unless I really love the book. But yeah, I just was like, Lord of Flies. I don't know how it popped up into my head, but it's just one of those, like, if you haven't read it, you know the title, like you've heard the term, you've heard the name Lord of the Flies, and I was just like, I have to read it. It's like a Grapes of Wrath, which I also need to reread. I read that in high school and I liked it. It's like a Grapes of Wrath to me. It's like an Of Mice and Men. It's like a 1984. You know, it's like a Great Gatsby. It's like, if you haven't read it, you know the name, you know it. And to me, like, it's just one I have to read because of that kind of thing, and I need to go back and reread some of those ones I named, because just high school not reading and just fucking around and like kind of cheating and whatever. But I did read 1984. I'm just going off topic now, but I did love 1984. But Lord of the Flies is the third book on my rule of 3 for books, and there it is. There is my rule of 3. I just wanted to do this video in case, I don't know, anyone watched it and thought this was like a good idea, in like, you know, just to share. And also, you know, maybe if someone just has an insane backlog, I'm sure we all do, you know, just like an idea to play with and have fun with, and maybe like, you know, knock some things out that you've been meaning to either play, watch, listen to, read, whatever, you know what I mean? And there it is. There is my rule of 3. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I want to give a shout out to the guy again, 8-Bit Joystick. Name of the video, Beat Your Backlog, the now playing rule of 3 method. And I'll probably put a link in the description so you can watch his video. It's a good video. It's fun. It's 20 minutes. I don't know if I don't know if I even watched this whole video. I might watch it now, actually, once I'm done with this recording. Maybe got to like, because I don't remember. I'm like kind of skimming like the search bar or the time bar or whatever, and seeing, and I don't remember getting to like the second half. Like, I don't remember seeing some of that stuff. I remember a lot of the first half, like the games he's showing and stuff, and then his like random what do you call it? Anyway, getting off topic. Rule of 3, talking cheese episode. I fucking forgot. I think this is 4. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Thank you to whoever may be watching. I hope you have a good day and or night, and I'll see you in the next talking cheese.